First of all, we started treating ballots more like currency.
Administrators have to store them securely, they have to store them safely, they have to maintain a clear chain of custody over them to maintain the integrity of the election process. They're often printed on special paper to undermine counterfeiting or efforts to commit fraud.
And with the Australian ballot as a point of departure, polling places in the US began to see new machines that interfaced with the official government-printed ballots. There were machines where you pull levers or use a metal rod to punch holes out of an optical scan ballot,
like we saw with the butterfly ballot in Palm Beach County, Florida in the 2000 election.
Today, there is tremendous variation in how each county conducts its elections. If you move across a county line, your polling place could use an entirely different balloting system. Because here's the really crazy thing about elections in the US. Unlike much of Western Europe, Canada, Australia, South Africa, India, and most other industrialized democracies, the US runs its elections at a hyper-local level.
Because the US decentralizes this whole process, you have a patchwork of election procedures all across the country. And it can vary at the county level, or even within some counties, as to how ballots are counted and processed.
We do this because that's what the Constitution tells us to do. It says that states shall conduct elections, and the states generally delegate elections down to municipal governments.
Partly because voters have so many things to vote for that each municipal government requires its own ballot.
We vote for so many public officials. Everything from president to drain commissioner can be on a ballot. Yeah, in Michigan, I grew up in Michigan, you can vote for county drain commissioner.
And so, given that each county is responsible for running its own elections, every county is on their own. They could hire a designer to make the ballots. They could not hire a designer to make the ballots. It all depends on what each elections official wants to do.
And that, more than malicious intent, may be how Grandma Jeannie and her ilk voted for the wrong guy in 2000.
Exactly. Pat Buchanan is a religious fundamentalist kind of guy, not the sort of person that a bunch of Jewish grannies are going to be voting for. If you had tested out this ballot in the kind of pilot test or run what we call a usability test, even with just a few people, that this issue would have surfaced pretty quickly.
That's Dana Chisnell. She's a user experience designer.
And I do applied research about design in voting in elections.
Dana, along with her colleague Whitney Quisenberry with the Center for Civic Design, have made it their mission to bring design theory and practice to elections.
In election administration, usability testing doesn't get done.
In
Pilot
3/4 of a mile, keep
designs
right.
Doesn't get done.
So Dana co-authored a set of field guides to ensure voter intent.
Design manuals for elections officials.
And the very first one in the series was how to design usable ballots.
So one of our recommendations is use lowercase letters, use mixed case.
Mixed case print is just easier to read than uppercase. This has actually been proven in studies.
We also say avoid centered type. Centered type is for wedding invitations and wine labels. It really doesn't belong on a form, especially one like this.
Other recommendations include using big
Keep
type.
right.
In New York in 2012, I think, they used 6-point type on their ballots.
It's not uncommon to find magnifying glasses in New York voting booths.
The Center for Civic Design also recommends using
Continue en route.
font.
If you look at some of these ballots, they're kind of, they look like ransom notes.